Prettyman 125 back again. Today I have a theory I would like to test with you. That theory involves space planes. Maybe not even space planes, but just planes in general. I've noticed recently on most of my plane builds that they've become biplanes with one wing on top, one wing on bottom. And they've been tail draggers with one wheel in the back and two wheels on the front. Very quickly, I will build one to show. And the theory I've been wanting to test with this, by the way, is that planes with more wings are more maneuverable. I'm not sure just how far that physics works, though, is the thing. One wing, sure, it can be maneuverable. Two wings, sure, that can be maneuverable. Three wings? Maybe you're starting to push it. That might be too much lift. Four wings? I have no idea. So this is just the gist of what I was talking about. There would be an engine mounted here, and an engine mounted here, and of course tail wings on the back, and control surfaces. But this is the plane that generally gets me around. For the sake of testing, let's make a control plane real quick. Let's put two here. Use one of these. Shift it to the back, attach a turbine engine, shift to the front to attach the ram air intake. I don't know the exact physics behind this, but the ram air intake always works better than the circular intake. It makes me really sad because I prefer the circular intake, but I'll take performance. So now we've got a pretty standard plane. This is the style in which I like to build. I'll usually add something like this to the outer edge. Just A, for aesthetics, B, it adds a little bit extra lift to it, and I like that. Extra lift is good. Let's see, where are we at for center of mass versus lift? I would like that to be a little bit further back. That's how I fly my planes. And so let's add on some wings to the tail. Boom. That is a plane I like. Very quickly we'll add on some wheels, or small gear base. Not like that. Like that. And boom. I like turning them around. Gives you a little bit more space towards the front without having to shift them way forward. With that, let's just call this one the 1. Save. And let's go for a launch. We'll see, let's do some testing real quick. How fast it can get off the ground, how much speed it takes, and how maneuverable it is in the end. By the way, I am in the newest version, 24.2. And here it goes. I am pulling up until we take off. Very quickly we're veering to the side. I don't know what the reason is, but we're off regardless. Oops, I forgot to get rid of this project. I'll just buzz by to show you what's coming in the future of my channel. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to transfer to. Take 2. Let's see how fast this one can get off. I don't know what was up with the veering. I might have done something wrong in building the plane. If I did, call me out on it, because I have no idea right now. Anyways, though, this is, as you can probably read the Intrepid one, you'll be seeing a video about this and its sister ships probably very soon. Now, by the way, in flying this craft, you can see it takes very wide banking turns going this way. I don't like that. I want sharp, nippy little turns that can get me turned around 180 degrees like it's nothing. It might spin fine, but it doesn't pull up at all, and I don't like that. Alright, let's go back and design a two-plane. Now, this next plane is going to use the same basic premise. I'll even keep the same fuselage and tail section. It might need to be edited, but that's for later. Boom. 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 Now, just hold Alt and click that, in case you didn't know that combination, that copies and can copy, so you can paste it somewhere else. Bang. Just like that, we have giant wings. Now, I originally built this design of plane as a joke. Honestly, I built it because I thought, you know, it'd be funny if I built one of those like World War II style planes. And ever since I did, I have never built another style besides it because it's just that fantastic for what I use it for. I have built SSTOs using this platform with very little alteration. I have built planes capable of circumnavigating the globe multiple times on this platform. I love it. And I'll probably not be switching platforms anytime soon. Okay, let's go ahead and add our ram air intakes on. Boom. Alright. Strut our stuff, because planes with more wings have more ability to break apart, plus the engine there doesn't like staying in place, so we'll strut that to the bottom, so it's attached in multiple places. And we'll add a quick strut from here, and a quick strut to here. Alright, the next thing you have to add, every time I build these I forget to add it, with exception to this time, of course. Fuel lines, because for some reason fuel doesn't flow out there on its own. Boom. Just like that, we have a biplane. Generally, as I use more wings towards the front, I have to add more wings towards the back, or wing area anyway. So, let's use these, yeah. Shift it towards the back a ways. And just for symmetry's sake, because I like things that look the same, bang. Add on some control surfaces. Now, I was reading a handbook on how to make planes, and this is just in general, but Kerbal Space Program included. I didn't realize that the rudders here that I'm adding now are entirely unnecessary. I could get away without them, but I mean, why would I? It's not like I have a budget. Still, interesting. I could do everything without that. Now I need to add those two wheels that I cut off. And of course they will be added in the same fashion. I suck at spinning these around. I'm sure you've noticed, though. There you go. For simplicity's sake, let's call this one the 2. Alright, the very first thing I love about this is very easy to tell. It sits at more of an angle, which makes it easier to take off. Let's just go and show that real quick, though. Keeping a straight line. I don't know if that has to do with that the last plane was bad or this one's just good. Takes off without really any input. For some reason, pulling up just keeps it on the ground. And it banks like no other. That's why I love this plane design. Maybe people knew what they were talking about back in the day when they had biplanes. Or maybe I'm just an idiot and can't seem to design a modern plane well. I Fair word of warning, I suck at doing this. Going under the bridge is very difficult for me, at least. Oh, crap! Oh. Regardless, this plane is... Now, for the three-wing design, we will once again cut off both of those wings. We'll cut off the fuel lines, and we'll cut off the struts. We're back to just our base plane. For 3, we're going to mount the engines on the center wing again, just like we were doing a 1, but we're going to combine in the 2's element. Okay. That was way harder to get into a perfect line than I would have liked it to be. Boom. Aerodynamics, why do I always click utility? Propulsion. By the way, yes, I know at low altitudes the other jet engines are technically better, more efficient, faster. I just prefer these because I can essentially take on any altitude with them. Wow, those do not want to mount today. Nope. There we go. Shift them forward some, and we'll get the aerodynamics on. This game, it does not want to cooperate today. Can't figure out why. Okay. Add on this, just because pretty. And control surfaces. Bang and bang. Now, we will continue with the other one's legacy. Pretty tall, with this on it. We'll go ahead and double up real quick. And by putting those off at 45 degree, if I can get it lined up. Bang. Alt-click again. And there it is. All set up. Now I just need to add these on. Now, this had never occurred to me, adding a third wing. And, quite frankly, I didn't think it would work at all. But my boss, actually, at work, I was talking to him about this game. Hello, Dave. Just said that he wanted to know what it would be. He wanted to know what would happen, because, well, quite frankly, I'd never tried, and I didn't know what to tell him when he asked what would happen if he did it. So, here it is. Bang. I can't tell if that's going to be in front of the center of mass or not. Yep. Okay. How's our center of lift doing? Perfect. Perfect. Good. Alright. Real quick. Just for safety's sake, I don't know why we would need it. Fuel line. Because it works on single planes, but not on biplanes. Maybe it won't, maybe it won't. And, of course, I forgot to strut our stuff. Remember, guys, always, always strut your stuff. Both ways, of course. Bang, bang. Let's go ahead and strut from this part to the wings. That way it's nice and sturdy. And I like to attach wing to wing, just for stability's sake. Maybe it's necessary, maybe it's not. Quite frankly, really don't give a damn. Alright, and we'll name this one the 3. Alright guys, here's where it's gonna start getting wonky. Are you ready for this? Alright, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Real quick, I just wanted to say, my series Liftoff, the reason it hasn't been flying very high recently is because, well, my computer's been up and down, and I've been very busy with work lately. Maybe I've had time, maybe I haven't. I just really haven't had the initiative to. And maybe that's bad. I'm going to try and do better. Wow, look at the banking on this thing, though. 3 wings is better than 2, I guess. So we know that much. 2 is better than 1. 3 is better than 2. I wish that logic worked on my girlfriend. Anyways, if I had one. Let's see how it goes through the tunnel. Okay, way too fast on that take. I'm going to loop around real quick, and we'll go for a different angle of attack. By the way, the clickiness that you probably didn't hear in my liftoff video if you watched it is that just recently I have gone out and gotten a mechanical keyboard, and I got one with blue switches in it. Good choice on I like the feel, bad choice on it annoys the hell out of everyone in my house. Boom. Oh my god. I have never successfully done that before. Like, I've never done that. Even just screwing around, I've never done that before. Oh, that feels good. Come on, can I do this? Huh? There's your answer. So, we can now see that 3 is better than 2, 2 is better than 1, but what about 4? I don't even know how I'm going to build this, but it's going to happen. So, let's get on with it then. Probably going to need to support the top wing a little bit higher than the other one. So, I guess I'll put a couple of those down. I suppose I'll only be attaching to one, but I'll strut to the others. That way it'll be extra strong. Okay, put that one there though, and that one a little bit further forward. And I'll copy it to the bottom as well, because I'm going to be putting wings down there as well. For obvious reasons. Okay. Wow, I am honestly very interested in knowing how this is going to go. And how I'm going to mount Ninja to that. I am not sure. Okay, well, I'll just get the top and bottom wing done first, and then I'll think about it. Oh, bother. Bother, bother, bother. I hope that's not copywritten. Okay. That sits nice and high. That sits nice and low. Let's go ahead and get some wings on it. Maybe I should go with 4 engines on this one. That'd be kind of neat. It would also be very heavy, but it would still be neat, which is always a plus for planes and stuff. Not on this one. I'll go for it on 5. Wait, am I doing 4? Yeah, I'm gonna do a 5. Okay. Let's tilt her down some. Make her even. Boom. So close. Boom. Boom. Okay, I'm going to take off, and I'm going to mount the engine on right in here. Why? Because I have no idea where else it might even work at. Okay, and I'll add the control surfaces to these to make sure it stays extra maneuverable and uses all its wing space. I'll add a ram air intake to the fronts, if I can get them to mount. And of course I'll add my very standard turbojet, I guess, technically, but I call it a turbine, so yeah, that's not changing anytime soon. Strut it together because I don't know how well four wings will hold themselves together. There's an easy way to test that. Let's not find out. Okay, and of course I'll add my zigzag up and down to keep her extra strong. Boom. And I think I'm going to do it over here too, just to add a little bit extra support, because I don't know how four wings are going to hold together. Okay, we'll add the wheels back on. Another added benefit of something this big is, oh, I need to add more lift in the back. Okay. It's a good thing I accidentally clicked that. I'll go ahead and shift this one forward a little bit, just because I want it to look symmetric. And of course we'll add these. That doesn't really do much, but I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter that much anyway. Okay. We'll name this one the 5. No. 4. Speaking of countdowns, 3, 2, 1, half, a quarter, an eighth, 1/16, and liftoff. Oof. Now it's starting to get heavy, I think. It takes off like nobody's business, though. Oh my gosh. How's it going? Very snappy. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster ride with those lines going. Okay, engine's off. Let's bank her around. Pull up. Okay, that pass didn't work so well, but that was more user error than anything else, so we'll give the plane another take. Oopsie. Did I do that? Yes. Okay. Takeoff attempt 2 now, I guess. This plane goes straight up. I think as an added bonus... I don't remember what I was going to say now. Oh yes, as an added bonus to this multi-wing video, I think I'm going to add in a segment about one of my bigger planes that I've built. It's my very first bi-wing ever. Yes, it's one of the biggest planes I've ever built. It's, or mass-wise, probably. It's one of the fastest as well. I think I got it up to, probably close to 2,200 meters per second. in the stratosphere, or whatever it's called, the thinnest part of the atmosphere. Very surprised it got up there. It's one of the few planes that I've actually made get into very nearly an orbit without using any rockets. Oddly enough, when I tried to make it an SSTO, wouldn't do it. Couldn't carry enough oxidizer to finish its orbit. Maybe that's user error, but that was when I very first started playing. I think I built that in 0.21. Oh man, this thing is too maneuverable almost. Oh. There's a test for you. Let's try knocking off components. Okay, come here. What? Alright, let's see how fast we can go. Guys, I don't believe this. I do not believe this. For even a second. What? How is it doing this? This should not be possible, should it? For something to be this maneuverable after losing half of its wings? I suppose when it has 4 wings it doesn't matter so much if it loses half of them, but still, regardless. And that's what it looks like when you try and take off more wings. I suppose I succeeded, but I also took off a little bit of the fuselage and the cockpit and everything too. Hehehe. Okay, revert flight. And spaceplane hangar. Alright guys, well, we've noticed that it's starting to get a little bit heavy on the controls, a little bit too maneuverable at low speeds. I think next we're going to start running into some stalling issues. So in the interest of saving time and patience for me, I am just going to copy-paste this. Boop. Let's go ahead and take it off there. Single symmetry mode. What? Oh, okay. That's going to need to be mounted onto the bottom. Okay. Or it might even need a little bit more spacer. My patience is wearing thin. Okay. One more. And let's get her attached. Boom. Okay, I need to strut those up a little bit so that they actually survive takeoff. Oops. Helps to symmetrize your struts. this will be its actual limit or not, I have no idea. This one has 6 on it, so let's call it 6. Will it have enough thrust to get off the ground? Will it... Oh, I forgot to check the center of lift. I'll bet that's shifted forward some. Oh well. Oh god. What have I done? 30 meters per second takeoff speed. Whips around like nobody's business. This is genuinely impressive. I am surprised this thing... Well, I'm not surprised it flies much, but I'm surprised it works as well as it does. Way so much knowledge. Alright. Let's bring it in for its maneuverability test. Oh. Intrepid 1 is trying to load back up. I really need to get around to getting that off the launch pad. It does fly. It does. Trust me. It's just something that it's absolutely gigantic. And I have a beast computer, too. Oh god. Part of it survived. Okay, as you can tell, that's pretty much operator error there. But it's very maneuverable. Poof to you, too. Poof to you, too. Poof. Yep. Okay. Let's see if we can push this a little bit further, even. Now, we're at 6 now. But what about 8? 8's better, right? And now we've got it set up, so all we need to do is just twist it around a little bit and boom. Bang, bang. Done. Wait. And, of course, struts. I'm going to add struts going from the bottom wing now. That way it'll just copy those over if we have to do another iteration to find the maximum usability. Mother of God, what have I done? This is an absolute monstrosity. Does this count as a plane, or is this just a flying turd at this point? This shouldn't work, should it? Like, logical standpoint, this should be impossible. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother. The amount of struts per side probably doesn't affect anything when you're talking about something as massive as this. That has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wings. Save and launch. Will it weigh too much? Will it take off at 20 meters per second because it has an insane amount of lift? Will it pull up at all? And will Intrepid ever actually launch? It will. Don't worry. Oh god. Ooh. I think we've pushed it pretty far, guys. A little bit farther than it should. Oh my god. 15 meters per second. Really? Oh, this is maneuverability, sir. Oh, yes. Yes. Why did I not do this sooner? Can I do this? Can all of my planes look like this? I really want them to now. I don't think this is capable of getting through there at this point. I think I might be too tall. I can try. And it should be dang easy if it's doable. Except for that. I can't very well. I have to hit it on line, though. Because I can pull up like nobody's business. I can't very well, you know, steer sideways without banking. Oh god. I'm speeding up. Oh man, this is falling victim to the Kerbal trap. can speed it up. It's got so many flaps on it, I can speed it up by tapping the keys. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm gaining speed just by doing that. Don't you love Kerbal physics? Okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to get this through because by just trying to get it through and easing it off... Intrepid's loading? But anyways, just trying to ease it through is going to speed it up, and that's going to make it very difficult for somebody who sucks at doing it. Here's a question, though. Is it landable? Real quick, though. We saw on, like, the 4, I want to say, that you could fly this without parts. How many parts can I get rid of on this one? Well, that was close. Not close enough. I really want to knock off a wing. Let's see how many wings I can knock off this thing and still have it be flyable. Let's see. We'll go for the... Let's go for this. Nope. I meant this. Nope. I meant this. Nope. I did not mean that. What are you talking about? I didn't mean any of those things. Let's go for the VAB. That's a clean cut. Wow. Still flying, too. Let's try and knock off more, even. Yes. No. Yes. No. Ooh. This is just a testament to what wings can do. I'm not... Granted, I am speeding up. This is what Kerbal does to wings. Okay. Let's graze it just a little. Hey, Intrepid. This is, Intrepid, by the way. That's all you get. I think that's the, logical end of the multi-plane. So, about that treat I was telling you guys about earlier. I built something I think looks like an SR-71. Maybe you guys will think the same, maybe you guys won't. Aww. I don't have it in here. I'm sad. Where is it then? This literally is the save called All Crafts. Okay, I'll have to find it in my next video, which will be out sooner than this one was and relative to the last one. We'll have it in it, but just as a sorry, let's go ahead and I'll show you something I like to call Mothership Zeta. My next video, which will have the SR-71 in it, will show a full launch of this, but this is my beauty. This is my love, and this is my life. This can go all the way to Joule under its own power. You might want to look at this real quick. 1,126 parts over 6 stages. Look at that cost. 3 million. This is basically a undoable craft in career mode. Thank God for Sandbox, right? Here it is. Are you ready for this? I don't think you are. I don't think you can be. This is love. This is life. This is Mothership Zeta. Let's go for launch. I'm gonna go ahead and just show you what it looks like on the launch pad, because its footprint is gigantic. It is unbeatably gigantic, I would almost say. Don't quote me on that, because I'm sure there are people who've made bigger and more impressive aircraft, but this one is my biggest and most impressive by far. Well, that works at least. I have made bigger and more impressive aircraft, but none of them have, actually been able to fly. This, is Mothership Zeta. Well, this part is anyway. From here up. This is just the booster to get it to orbit. As you can see, lights go off, or lights go on, lights go off, lights go on, lights go off. It even has 2 solar panels on it. Anyways though, you can basically get to Joule using half the fuel in this, and theoretically speaking, you could get back. I'm sure you could. I'm not a good enough pilot for that. I prefer to add extra fuel, but yeah, it should be more than capable of getting anywhere. Usually I only use these 6 nuclear engines when flying deep space, but I also have this one here. This is the, the big 3 meter diameter one that's capable of being in line. And I call this one my oh shit engine. Just earlier today I was flying this out near Tylo, and I was trying to get a lathe encounter, and my orbit got shot out a little bit to a direct collision course with Vol. Vol. I turned this on, and I narrowly, I swept up dust, and you could see the lights on the surface of this thing passing the surface, just barely. And that's why I have it. Sure, it sucked up half the fuel in the whole craft to keep me from not crashing, but point being, it wouldn't have mattered if I had that fuel or not, if I had crashed. Real quick, I'm just gonna... It's very loud. And it takes every inch of its power to move the pad. That's all you get. Actually, I want to stage it on the pad to see what it does. It's flying. Is it sad that that flies almost better than most of my planes do? I'm gonna call it sad. Regardless, thank you for joining me today, guys. I hope it was a good episode, and I'll see you back again next time. CodyMan125 signing out.